So, I want to talk a little bit about this back mount, right? And how we defend, okay? How we're defending our neck, okay? He's got a good seatbelt, bottom hand over top, so if I do pry that hand off, he can immediately come up to my neck, right? His face is on this side of my face, and he's trying to constantly keep his chest on my back, okay? I'm always trying to get my head across his head, okay? And be aware of the dangers at that point. But also with the arms, I don't want to just grab onto the arms and just be pulling. I want to have a purpose to it. Okay, my purpose is to keep his arm away from my neck. Okay, because if I'm pulling here, right, and I'm trying to fight both hands with each hand, okay, this hand can't kill me. Does that make sense? I want to fight two of my weapons versus one of his. I'm getting my thumb inside, my other hand is pulling. Does that make sense? I'm making space to move my neck. If I'm pulling on this arm with this one, trying to peel here, it's one-on-one, and I got to try to monitor that arm. At some point, he's going to be able to get it out. Okay? But if I control this arm, I don't care where that other one goes. Does that make sense? He can pull it out and try and throw it across my neck, but now I've got two of his arms, or two of my arms controlling his, and I can pass it over. Make sense? So I'm holding the wrist. I'm always trying to fight the wrists and the thumbs, not the forearm and the bicep, where he's all big and muscly and strong and manly and stuff. Okay? I want to fight down where he's weak and got little like appendages, digits, and things I can grab that you're not allowed to, but it happens. Right? So I'm controlling here, trying to get my head across his head. If I fall to this direction, I can still trip my hips and start disconnecting. But I'm in danger of getting head and arm choked if I'm not careful. Okay? So I've got to be aware of where I'm going on that side. So, traditional escape, I get my head across his head, fall towards the underhook side. I'm rotating my hips, trying to turn to face him, control the leg. I don't even care about his arms at this point. Once my head is down, right, my hands don't need to be there. I might have that second one in there just to make sure in case he tries to dig underneath. But at this point, I'm pretty much out. I control see how my back is still on his chest? Right? My hips are up off the ground. Now I start to turn his hips away, and I don't like going arm over. I've never liked this position. He can wrap his arms around my neck and start yanking, and it sucks, right? So I almost always drop that arm underneath and switch off to the double, if possible. Okay, you don't have to. There's no right or wrong. If it doesn't work, it's wrong. Put it that way, right? I'm not the guy that says do it my way or you fail, except for you. Okay, one more time. I probably should have done this before we went through the drill, but I just wanted to get through the motions. Head to the ground, turn my hips. Now I can fight the legs. Back up on top. Yes? I'm immediately getting that seatbelt. Anytime we start, like if we start a back mount and we're doing like a roll from this position or something, it's always he's got his good seatbelt, his head in position. I get to start here. This is in relatively equal position if you're in back mount. I mean, as relatively equal as it can be. Cool. If I start dealing with his hands, he strangles, right? Yeah, exactly. And by hands, I meant feet. Dealing with my hands on his feet. Leg hands. You get it. Yep. Right? Once I get to that side, my head is free. Now I can use that hand to peel it off if I need to. Okay? Questions?
And then you're just
tripping out. I'm always, yep, because my instinct is always to turn away. Right? My instinct is to turn away, but he's got those hooks in. I'm going to have to lift him up on top of me in order to get to my knees. And usually end up getting here, which is horrible. Okay, instead of lay on the person, try to shrimp away, look at the person trying to kill you. Right? So we're going to start from that position. We're just going to go live for a minute. You can try to strangle them, try to smush them, try to armbar them. Okay? Most importantly, maintain the position. We're going to go for a minute and then switch. 1, 2, 3.